I first got to know Siobhan in the early 2000s. She and I were each trying to raise children. She had 4 and I had 4, and we both went to work for the same organization. It was a young, burgeoning nonprofit, and the two of us built the nonprofit into a big company. And if you've ever built a nonprofit or worked in a nonprofit, you know that if you succeed, it's in spite of all odds, and it bonds you to those people that were in the trenches with you. That's how Siobhan and I got to be friends. She lived in what she called the Bricks on the west end of Louisville, and I lived in Wonder Bread on the east end of Louisville. But we met in the middle every day, compared war stories about trying to raise these 4 children, about the same ages too. Her youngest, Gyasi, was the same age as my youngest, Elliot. And I remember they would play in the park together while Siobhan and I were working on things, and Gyasi was just so full of life and fearless, like backflip off of the monkey bars kind of fearless, even at 6 and 7 years old. So I found out that Siobhan had lost Gyasi, and it crushed me. It crushed me because I knew that she was like me and every other mother. You live every day trying to keep from experiencing that, trying to keep your kids safe. And he made it to 15 and died of an asthma attack. It killed me. It killed me when I found that out. Last year, Siobhan asked if I would consider doing Gyasi's portrait. And I was honored to be asked to do his portrait and petrified at the same time for fear that I wouldn't be able to do him justice. I hadn't seen him in a number of years. I knew that he just had the personality that was larger than life. I didn't know if I could capture that in a portrait. So I just asked Siobhan if she would send me some pictures of Gyasi to help me understand who he became by the age of 15. And she sent me maybe 20 pictures. I decided to draw Gyasi as if he were on a mural. It seemed like a good way to combine 2 or 3 of the pictures that I really loved of him that she'd sent, and to memorialize him in a way that was sort of larger than life to match his personality. Then selecting a building was pretty easy because the building that Siobhan and I had worked in together all those years was really just cried out for a mural. It didn't have a lot of windows along this one wall. And it was pretty easy to fly there on Google Earth. Modern technology, it's a wonder. Flew there on Google Earth and snapped a photo of that old building where she and I worked together, and put Gyasi's images on that wall. And that's how I came up with ultimately the reference photo that I worked off of to create the portrait. We conspired with Siobhan's daughter Reba to have her in a place where she would least expect someone to show up and hand her a portrait of Gyasi, and that was the Golden Corral. So we drove to Louisville and showed up just as they were finishing eating at the Golden Corral, and it was perfect.
gonna miss him. He's been with me now for a while.
Oh my God.